And if you were trying to sell this and get some kind of a golden parachute or a way to get out of the business without continuing to operate, you would have built, or we should have, or could have built something that was more easily replicable, which we didn't build. And it was not on purpose not to make money, but it was on purpose because we appreciate the artistic component and the creation of new projects much more than we did the replication of something we already did.
So you actually are going into this with the idea of selling it off?
No, now we just realize that it's easier, faster, and more easily marketable to sell something that is still completely unique and that we can manage on a very regular basis.
I got it. I mean, management is probably a big deal with so many different restaurants and so many different places. You're not cooking in the kitchen every night, which probably leads into a good conversation about social media. Is that in any way a way to keep all this strung together for you?
Well, the social media that I enjoy doing, I actually do myself, and it's an interesting way to engage either our customers or our detractors in a way that I find enjoyable. And not every question is that important or that specific or that relevant, and yet I choose the ones that I want to answer, whether they're kind of snarky or kind of happy, and I just involve myself in it, and I kind of enjoy it.
What do you like more, the snarky ones or the happy ones?
I find that it's quite delightful just to retweet the snark untouched. It lets people know what I'm looking at, and it lets them know that it makes them happy to be retweeted. Some of them. What will happen sometimes is that my fan base will pile on that person, and they will disappear in an angry haze of tweeterdom or whatever. I mean, we don't take anything lightly, but we also don't take ourselves too seriously. So anything that happens in the social media is often with fun in mind, and it's also just it's a very quick and easy way to have a press conference with just about everyone that ever wanted to hear anything you had to say without having to call them and get them all together in one place.
Right. And do you find that some of those snarky ones are directed at an experience that they had in a restaurant, or is it more toward you as a personality?
Well, does "you fat piece of shit, I hate your guts" sound like something about the restaurant? Does it sound like maybe they had a bad pizza? It could be a case of that. I'm suggesting that maybe their parents didn't love them enough.
To be fair, that could be a description of a bad piece of pork, pork as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that could be.
Often if they say I had a shitty experience last night at X restaurant, my first response is, "Did you tell anybody at the restaurant?" And if they say no, I said, well, why don't you write us a letter, and we'll try to figure it out. But your best bet to modify an experience as it's happening is to tell someone that you're not satisfied with what's happening right now and that you want something else.
All right.